Hello everyone, my name is Tommy and I'm an international officer here at the University of Lincoln. And today as part of UK Week, I'm going to be talking to you about making friends and getting connected here in the UK. So I think it's always good to touch on why the UK is a study destination. Well, it's a really popular destination with over 500,000 international students enrolling each year. And degrees from the UK are really well recognised across the world, so there's always opportunities for you to travel and explore other parts of the world as well. Not only that, but the UK has been the preferred choice for some of the most important minds in history, with 1 in 4 world leaders having studied in the UK, according to the British Council. So there's lots of fantastic reasons to consider the UK as a study destination, particularly if you're from the US. However, we know that this can still be really daunting, and there's lots of questions. And one of those biggest questions is how will I make friends? So I thought instead of me telling you, I would share some of the experiences of one of our former students, Malene. So she's going to talk to you about what she did to make friends when she arrived here at Lincoln.
One of the things I was most worried about before coming to uni was making friends, because let's face it, we all want to be liked and have someone to hang out with. One of the things that's really good to remember is that everyone else will be in the same situation as you. But if the knowledge of that isn't quite enough to ease your mind and to stop the worrying, it might be good to have a few strategies in your back pocket. For example, group chats. One of the good things about Lincoln is that there's a Facebook group for each course, which makes it really easy for you to find and connect with your future classmates. What I did, and many others did, was go into that course group and ask people if there was a group chat going, and if there wasn't, somebody would make it and we'd all come together and we could chat about it. It could be anything from the course you're doing, what people are into. We had a bunch of discourse about milk, but it all just made us all way more comfortable with having to meet up, because we've already started chatting. We had some referencing points for when we would have to chat in real life. Now, once you've found those course mates in those group chats and it's time for you to actually meet up in real life, it can be a really good idea to have some games. I personally brought a bunch of card games with me because I find that it's really good if the new people you're meeting up with, you'll have an activity to do, so you won't just have to rely on small talk. Now, if all else fails and you end up in a flat where maybe everyone's a little shy, tend to keep their door closed, one last thing you could do, which is almost foolproof, is to bring out some cookies. One of the guys in the flat across from me did this. He told me that everyone had been a bit quiet and a bit shy, so he went out and he got a bunch of cookies and went around knocking on everybody's doors, and by the end of it, he had a bunch of new people to talk to, and I haven't seen him be on his own since then. My last tip is for the international students. So I know what it's like to come to a new country where everything seems a bit foreign, and maybe you're a bit unsure of how the chit-chat or the small talk works in this country and how to approach people, and to that I just say, lean into it. Use the fact that you're not from here, because as I've found many times, people are always down to help you out and to share some of their knowledge. And you know, if they found out you're from a different country, that gives them something to ask you about as well, and then boom, you've got a conversation going. The one thing that all of these strategies have in common is that it's all about being proactive. It's about putting yourself out there, engaging with people, and taking the first step. And I know that that can be scary, but just keep in the back of your mind that everyone else is probably waiting for someone to do that, and they'll be so relieved when someone reaches out. So that's all for me this time. I hope you find these tips helpful. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I hope you have wonderful days full of friendship. Bye!
So some fantastic tips from Malene there on how she went about making friends. So something I think it's really important to talk about for all universities across the UK is joining a students' union. So universities work very closely with Students' Union, which is run by students, and they have lots of opportunities to get involved in different activities, ranging from sports all the way through to recreational societies and also academic societies. So if you're considering a university, make sure you check out their Students' Union and find out what's going on and what things you might like to join. So when it comes to getting connected both on your campus and here in the UK, there's some really, really good top tips. The first is get to know your course and program staff team. So make sure you know the people that you'll be working with and those that you'll be learning from. And it's a really, really good chance to further boost your knowledge and understanding. Ensure you explore your local surroundings. So universities are set in some fantastic and beautiful cities across the UK. So make sure you have a good look around, making sure that you're safe and COVID socially distancing as well. Also consider some part-time job opportunities. Another great way to get to know your city and the UK better, and also meet some new people as well as making a little bit of money, but just ensure that your visa allows it. There's also often extracurricular opportunities as part of your course. So your university may offer global opportunities or other incentives and opportunities for you to get involved. So make sure you can find out all that information from your university's website. And the last thing is to find local events. So there's often local sports teams and like-minded people throughout the UK that you may wish to find out what they're doing and what they get up to. So make sure you have a good Google about your city and your area here in the UK and find out more about what's going on. So I appreciate even then it can still seem very daunting. So the last thing to remember is that when you're joining a university here in the UK, you're joining a super supportive community. And ensuring you get connected with the below services, so your support centres, your accommodation services team, and you're finding out where your nearest health centre is, will ensure that you're well connected, you've got lots of great contacts here in the UK, and that your experience will be the best that it possibly can be. So that was just it for today. I hope this has given you a really great insight into making friends here in the UK, and we look forward to welcoming you very soon.